You see, the thing is building up, is becoming sweeter, it's becoming better. And at the beginning, we talked about frankness as the essence of a good communication. If you don't have frankness, whether you're talking with a friend, you're talking with a business partner, your children, you cannot be frank. Whatever, you are doing a deal and there's no frankness, then you are heading to nowhere. Maybe you'll get somewhere, but it's not where you would desire to be, because you'll be deceiving yourself, deceiving the other person, and that will not produce a good result. Excuse me. So we've established the fact that frankness or frank communication is essential if you want to build a solid and a healthy marriage and family life. If you want that to be yours, then you need to be somebody who is frank. Now, we also mentioned that the issue of being blunt, you need to check that. Or to say, I'm brutally honest. It means you like to be right than to be happy. Being right doesn't mean you cannot be happy. Telling the truth doesn't mean you have to kill yourself. The most brutal person, the profile of David is amazing. David was a man after God's heart, but yet he was a soldier. He's been to the war front. He's killed. What does a soldier do? He's licensed to kill, more or less, kill the enemies. And yet that's the person that Prophet Nathan had to share something that was not making God happy as God's mouthpiece. But he did it with wisdom. Otherwise, I don't think he would have left that palace alive. But he did it. He delivered. And at the end, he's not the one who said to the king, he's not the one who challenged the king and said, I came here to tell you the truth. You have killed somebody and taken the wife. No. He gave a parable. He had to have a very decent, diplomatic way to deliver the truth. Truth doesn't always need to be bitter. And nobody likes bitter truth. So you can tell truth and it's sweet. That's a choice you have to make. That you are married to a person for a long time doesn't mean, okay, you've known his or her weaknesses, you use that against him or her. No, you are supposed to be there to let the person know, in spite of you being human, in spite of not being strong here, you be weak there, you're weak here, you still deserve to be respected. God still respects you. I'm in your life to demonstrate that. It's not to use it as your reason for running down the man or the woman, making him or her feel worthless, useless. Like some people will have the guts to open their mouth and say, useless man or useless woman. Who does that? Nobody does that in the kingdom. It's not allowed. God doesn't. God does not despise you. So don't despise others. He has not asked you to do it. All right? So let's see some of the challenges we face when we are trying to communicate, when we make efforts to share with others. So I have here something written by, I think it's Norman Wright. Yeah. Wright, according to him, has shared some of the hurdles that we have to jump to be able to communicate. So communication is not as simple as it may sound. Sometimes you think that communication is you just sitting down and maybe doing like I'm doing now. You talk to the other person, and whether the person is participating or not. No, this one I am teaching. This is more like being in a class. But if we were there face to face, you should have a time to respond to the teaching, to show you understand. By the way, if you want to have a more personalized thing, if what we are saying has not handled an aspect of your life, but you feel that we should have a personalized session, we have packages. We have the one that we can fix over a Zoom meeting. We fix it for a Zoom sessions or Zoom sessions. Or you want a weekend, just you and your spouse and myself to be with you, and then we deal with things that are very personal. You don't want a group coaching. You don't want a group coaching and mentoring. No, you want that bespoke kind of thing. We can discuss. It's easy to reach me. So from my books, you can get the contact, or you contact me at admin@Robert or you contact me at revrobertntefon@yahoo.com. Very easy, and let me know you want coaching sessions, and we'll deal with an aspect. So I want us to make sure we don't miss this. So these are the hurdles. One is, he said, is what you mean to say. That's the first hurdle. And the second hurdle is what you actually say. Many of us mean to say one thing, but how you put that thought together, you are conveying another message. I'll give you an example. My wife picked a card. She had given me one of the business card to do something, for download some document for her to send to the accountant. And I thought, when she said, I'm going to use the card, my mind was that is the one she gave to me. So I said, have you taken the card? She said, yes. Not knowing she took the other card, her personal card. So it had nothing to do with the business one. And later when I found out, have you picked the card? And then we got to discover that it wasn't the one she gave me. Her response was based on something else. My understanding was based on the card, the business card, bank card that I had to do something for her. So what you have in mind to say is not always what you actually say. What the other person hears is not what you actually said or what you had in mind. So you see, it's now giving more challenges. And then the number 4, what the other person says about what you said. See, it's building up. It's becoming more complicated. And what you think the other person said about what you said. What you think the other person said about what you said might not be what she had or he had in mind. So you have to have this knowledge, understanding that sometimes we mean one thing in our heart, in our mind, on the inside of us. You are the only one who knows. And this is one problem that entrepreneurs have. They're excited about their ideas. They feel everybody on earth should be, benefit from this idea. And so they are the only ones who know what they are talking about. Take it to the market and people are just watching you because they don't understand. It's your place to share what's inside of you. So assuming that because I'm married to my wife, and of course, 33 years is a long time. And then I assume because we've been married for that length of time, it means she knows everything I'm thinking. She knows certain things about me. She knows the things I can't do, I won't want to do. That is okay. But she doesn't know everything that I'm thinking about. Doesn't know every idea that I have. And for her to flow with my idea, for her to be able to participate in what I'm doing, I need to communicate. I need to communicate. So that's one challenge about being frank. Are you able to communicate, to share what you have in mind with your spouse? Are you able to do that? Well, so let's get ready for the next video. God bless you. See you then.